Hey guys, I just got back from watching Fantastic Four, and this is my full-on review of it. Why I'm doing this on the phone late? Because why not? I'm lazy. So first of all, you saw my new intro last video. It was good, wasn't it? Really good. I bet it was good. And yeah, and all right, let's just review this film. We're ready. So I know I should be waiting till tomorrow to record, but honestly I'm too impatient. But I will do my best. This film was great. I will say that it was great. Very, very great. Probably like top three in my opinion. I know that may be a bit extreme because I just saw it, but honestly I really enjoyed it. So let's actually just discuss what this film was all about. It takes place on the Earth 828, and it's not by random. The reason why they're in Earth 828 is because it's based off of the creator, Jack Kirby's birthday, which I think is pretty clever, in my opinion. And they're already pretty much established. I'm not going to explain what the Fantastic Four are because you probably know who they are. But pretty much in this story, as they were established, Sue Storm gets pregnant, who's Invisible Girl, and yeah, that's pretty much the plot point. It's that she's pregnant or preparing and stuff. That's how you see. You just and then at that point they because of we learned that this their son the baby is an all powerful being, which I'll explain later. And we introduce the two villains. Well, it's technically one, meaning one, but there's two. You got the Silver Surfer, not the man version. There's a girl version now, Shalava Bear or something. And then you have Galactus. Yes, Galactus, which honestly is probably someone I've been waiting for a long time to appear in the MCU, and I'll explain why. But let's first talk about. Let's review all those eight main characters. Wait, are there eight? There were seven main characters, I guess. I'll start with Reed Richards. He he was just great. You know, Pedro Pascal was a actor I really liked ever since he started in Mandalorian, and then went to other areas. Like that one show about kid heroes. Then The Last of Us, where he straight up died in season two. My God. Well, to be fair, that's just me being confused because I literally just skipped season one and went to season two just because Isabella was said. I know, selfish, but of course I didn't think that would lead to seeing Pedro Pascal die and so brutally. Like, oh my God. But anyways, uh, he's now here as Reed Richards finally in the MCU, and he was great. He was fantastic, you could say. I'm so glad they kept his elongated powers until the actual movie because they were just crazy. They were so cool. I felt so nice seeing an Elastic character because if you don't know, the last Elastic character I've seen was Ralph Dibny, and you know what happened to him in the Flash show. At least the actor that led to him, not appearing anymore, and that was so sad, very very sad. But we finally got a Elastic character. It may not be Ralph Dibny, but he was still cool. So I'm glad we finally got an Elastic character in the MCU. Don't technically Miss Marvel. No, Miss Marvel is a completely different type of hero. But now we'll talk about Sue Storm, or leader, I think. I'm pretty sure it was clarified that she was the leader of the whole team. You know, she was great as well. A more serious type character. And such. And I did the one of my favorite part scenes was when she declared that she wasn't going to give up the world or her kid at all. A very bold thing to say, but it was the right thing to say because while she did care about her kid, she also had faith with the planet, and yeah, pretty much. In the way she used the force, her powers are not what I expected. When I thought of her, because her superhero name is Invisible Girl, and of course I first thought it was just invisibility, but no, it's actually she uses the invisible as like a force type thing, which I think is pretty cool. You know, I like how it's not just invisibility. She uses the invisibility like a force or something. I don't know. It's very cool. Johnny Storm, he was fun. compared to what happened to him in Deadpool Wolverine. Thankfully, here he didn't die. Well, yeah, he almost did. In fact, Sue also almost died, and Rita almost died as well. I'll probably explain. I just want to explain how they all almost died because this isn't like a summary or something. This is a review. Reed literally gets almost like pulled apart by Galactus, which is crazy. Sue literally used all her energy just to put Galactus back, and they. What are you doing? What are you guys? And, he died. She died, but the little baby saves her, which was very adorable. I must say that was so adorable when she saved him, and uh, and then Ben, no, Johnny. He was about to sacrifice himself to push Galactus into the black hole. Then the Silver Surfer comes in, and saves everyone. And we'll talk about her later because she has an interesting backstory that I like to discuss. But let's talk about the Thing. Ben Grimm, he was a nice, fun character. It was nice seeing a Hulk-like character being, calm and such. Honestly, which we definitely might need because seeing how Spider-Man Brand New Day might bring back Salvage Hulk and not Smart Hulk. So we definitely need a Hulk-like character who's calm and joyful because that's fun, you know. And interesting, it was very interesting when they said, "Ow," gave him a beard. That was and yeah, that was something. And okay, let's talk about the little Bebe, Franklin Richards. He was adorable, but I should definitely explain what his powers are because you definitely deserve to know. His powers are like, from what I can see, he pretty much can just rewrite reality. Yeah, he's just that powerful that he realized reality, which he probably used on Sue. She pretty much just changed reality, just bring her back from the dead, which is definitely going to be involving important Doomsday, which we'll talk about why for later on. But we should definitely talk about the two villains, like Silver Surfer. Most of you might know that most of the time Silver Surfer is a man, but this time they make it a woman, and it's not the same character. It's a complete different character name. Shalaba or something, where pretty much she's from a different Earth where Galactus was going to destroy, but instead she had to give up her own life, I guess, or role in the planet just to save the whole planet, where she pretty much becomes the Silver Surfer, which I guess is like some sort of ally that Galactus always has. And pretty much, and that one scene where Johnny pretty much tries to figure out language, like that was crazy. That Johnny had courage to show Salva what she was doing, which really leads to her sacrificing herself. So that was cool. And of course, the main one, Galactus. This was a villain I've been wanting to see for a long time. Ever since Bill's channel covered a video that apparently claimed that there was a post-credits scene in Endgame revealing that Galactus would have been the next big bad of the MCU. And we actually finally got him after 6 years. So that's honestly some great setup. Like, real great setup. Let's just look at the other images. You're probably getting bored of the face 2 images. Anything else we need to say? Well, the one thing I really liked is how everyone really helped. If you don't know, this Earth is pretty much very different because the Fantastic Four in it, and it actually doesn't take place in modern day. It takes place in the 60s, but of course, because it's a different Earth, the 60s is somehow as advanced as today. Just yeah, that's just how it is. Just that there's no technology, no phones and stuff. They don't have any of that. But the one thing I really liked is how they all just team up together and work together. Like literally all the scenes for hell, even the place I was in when watching the movie was in, like Peru. Like Peru was even, well, not exactly Peru, but the city, Nice Lima was mentioned, which was pretty nice. I really liked it. But yes, I will say this again because I'm pretty sure some people don't know that I'm in Peru for vacation, which is why I'm recording like this in the phone and not the computer. And why you're not gonna see the thumbnail yet? Because once I get back home, I will put in the thumbnail along with all the other thumbnails of other videos I missed, like an old butcher I must say, because I definitely butchered a few videos that you haven't seen yet. Like Piggy Exploration, I kind of already recorded chapter 11, 12 on my phone, and as you know, as you saw, there is no volume on Piggy Games because of the freaking voice chat, so safe to say I kind of butchered the ending. But honestly, I got tired of that game. Thank God I'm done with that. But moving on. Uh, Moving on. What else do we need to talk about? Or we call it everything we need, and we need to focus on the post credit scenes. Honestly, I think I pretty much saying everything I need to say. So we'll just focus on the post credit scene, and then we'll rank it, and then end the video very soon. Okay. So the post credit scene, it was pretty much insane. So it pretty much jumps forward to like 4 years later, where Franklin's 5 years old, and pretty much she was trying to read a book with her, such. And then when that happens,
did they kick you out?
um, well, let's say, I'm losing my train. Wait. I'm reviewing. I'm talking about the movie.
But it's not recording.
Yes, I am.
You are?
Wait, or am I? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I am. I couldn't tell. Oh my God.
We're going back. We're going back to terrorizing those people across the yard.
Oh my God.
And make sure we laser them in the eyes.
Don't worry, I'm almost done. Okay, if you could do what you want over here soon enough. But anyways, sorry for the interruption. Those are my cousins. Yeah, one of them on his 6 wrist. I think I should confirm that he's my cousin now. I think that was long overdue to say, but I think I can say it now. He is my cousin on his 6 wrist, and I can also confirm this. He is gonna be reappearing in an episode. Well, be collabing with me in an episode in the Night of Misfits new show, the new Gmod show that's coming out in October. I am really, I think I know. Yeah, he is, and I'm very excited to be for him to be helping me in a Gmod episode because remember the old days in Gmod where we did fun Gmod stuff. That was so much fun, and I can't wait to do it one more time in the new Night Misfits show. Oh, that's gonna be so exciting. But we should focus on the post credit scene because it's really important. So, like I said, Sue Storm's trying to get a book for him, but then out of nowhere, Doomsday himself, Doctor Doom, shows up, ready to kidnap Franklin because I'm pretty sure he's gonna use him to create Battle World. That's pretty much obvious. Franklin Richards is why Secret Wars is going to happen, and yeah, that's pretty much where it ends. The second post credit scene is just a cartoon about the Fantastic Four, and yeah. So let's theorize because we all know that's my favorite part, theorizing. I already theorized it with them, but I'm gonna say it to you guys. I think what's had to happen, it's pretty obvious, but he's gonna kidnap him. He's gonna kidnap Franklin and take him to whatever his base is, which is gonna lead to an entire Fantastic Four using a ship. And as we saw early in the movie, Richard was already discovering the multiverse and figuring out how to travel there. They're probably gonna use whatever we Richard discovered to go to the multiverse, and that's how they'll end up in 616 in the Thunderbolts or New Avengers post credits as you see, which probably will mean they'll probably either meet up and such. But that does still have a lot of questions because, well, here's the thing. Here's everything we know about everything we know. I'm surprised the thing still doesn't work. Thank God the recording didn't end right there. I'm so lucky, but anyways, here's what we saw about the thingy thing. The Avengers Doomsday. Well, we know that we're gonna have 4 teams. We have the Avengers, obviously, with Sam Wilson, Thor, Black Panther, M'Baku, Shang-Chi, Ant-Man. That's all I can think of. Yeah, I think that was it. And then we have the new Avengers, of course, which will contain Yelena Belova, Winter Soldier, Red Guardian, U.S. Agent, Ghost, and Sentry. All those guys are going to be appearing there. And then you have the Fantastic Four, of course, with Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm. And then you have the X-Men, at least a few of them. From the ones I can remember, there was Mr. Beast, Magneto, Charles Xavier, Mystique, Nightcrawler, Gambit, and Cyclops. Yeah, those guys. So you have four teams, and the theory is that they're all going to be fighting each other. Or one, I wouldn't say all of them are fighting each other, but like I think some of them are. I feel like some teams will collab and fight each other and stuff. I think that's what's gonna happen, and well, at least that's what we all think is gonna happen. But yeah, pretty much all these four teams are gonna be final call. But the question is, how are they gonna meet the X-Men? Because we know how the Avengers and New Avengers are gonna be united or fighting. We know the Fantastic Four is coming in, but what about the X-Men? Though actually that is kind of odd because if you remember the Marvels all the way back, Monica Rambeau was stranded in Earth, and I'm pretty sure it's the same Earth Deadpool Wolverine took place. At least I'm hoping it is. So
what are you talking to?
I'm talking about the film.
To who though?
My viewers.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure Monica Rambeau is gonna be in Avengers Doomsday. They didn't even confirm it. They probably will in D23 hopefully, but I think she's gonna be in the film. I think she might actually have a crucial part of, uniting the X-Men with the Avengers. That would actually make a lot of sense. But but the question is, are they all going to be fighting each other, or are they already going to start fighting Doom? Because I'm pretty sure we all know that either the X-Men Earth or the Fantastic Four is going to lead to the destruction of Earth 616, as we know it, and something's gonna happen. I don't know. It's crazy. All this is crazy. We have like a whole year and like 5 months to figure out what this all is, and I'm very excited to. But other than that, yeah, that is it. So I'm gonna rank this right now, even though you won't be able to see my ranking, and I wish I could, but well, let's see. Let me figure out. Hold on a second. Oh. Alright, here it is, right here. This is my ranking thingy. As you see, I last put Ironheart all the way there, so I am gonna put the New Avengers in between the New Avengers and Avengers Endgame. I still think the New Avengers the best thing from, well, actually I still think No Way Home's the best thing from the Multiverse Saga, but I think that's perfect, I did love this film a lot, and I love how this is gonna set up probably the best Avengers film, one of them, I don't know, but the multiverse Infinity War of this stuff, I'm just excited. So yeah, it's in third place in between New Avengers and Endgame. And now we can talk about what's next. We have, I want to say the next movie, but we actually have two shows before that, at least I think. We do have other stuff, but I'm not counting that because it's too much. And all of it is just animation. So, what is next before the next movie? So, we have in December a new show called Wonder Man. And I don't know if that will be important to the lore. I'm kind of hoping it does because even though these shows aren't supposed to be lore, it's still nice when they do include lore or important stuff in the future. Like when Agatha sets up Wiccan, who probably be an important role in Doomsday. Daredevil Born Again sets up Spider-Man, Brand New Day, how everything in martial law. At least hopefully it will address that or something. I don't know. And then you have freaking Ironheart, which pretty much sets up Mephisto as a future threat. And so hopefully Wonder Man has something like that as well, where it sets up something big. I don't want it to just be like some just random TV show that's just here because it's just there. I feel like it should still serve a purpose or something because I don't know. Like maybe have Mephisto there show up there as well, like that or something else. Maybe we get to see like Kate Bishop or no, I don't see how the Young Avengers would be here. I don't know. It's complicated. Like I don't know what this Wonder Man is gonna bring or how it will be important, but or even if it will be important, it's pretty much just like about an actor who just accidentally gets powers. So it probably won't be that important, sadly. But the other thing is Daredevil Born Again Season 2, which hopefully will set up the next movie, which I want to talk about, is Spider-Man Brand New Day, which comes out all the way in July 31st next year. And actually, And for the last day of July this year, I actually have a video that makes you talk about some things I want to see in Brand New Day. So look forward to that. And pretty much that's it. Yep. That's it. You saw my review before we that, and yeah. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If I just say give it a like, consider subscribe for more content like this, and yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.